Hello, everybody, and once again, thank you for tuning in to Toon Time with Tom. I am Tom, and I appreciate you visiting us today. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about inking, and this is what it'll look like at the end of it. Now, as I go through it, I'm pretty sloppy, and I did this really quick just because I just wanted to get to the many uses within a vector layer. But that's the end result, and unfortunately, I can't pull up two screens at the same time for this video. So I'm going to run through a quick screenshot on setting up the paper. And then after that, we'll go live. Well, not really live, but you'll actually see some movement as opposed to all these annotations within this video. So if you're new to Clip Studio Paint, I'll just hit a couple of things real quick. So once you open the program, you got to create, the paper to draw on. So you go to File, and you start with New. And then when this window pops up, you can customize your paper any way you want. So how I do it is I go to Illustration, I keep my resolution around 300, and then I already have a pre-template, which is about 1600 by 3950 for my 4 panels for my daily. But you can do this any way you want. They even have a Webtoon preset or a template, excuse me. So they have an animation program in here. I mean, they have everything you could possibly imagine. So what I like to do is I'll set everything up. Let's go ahead and just say we'll do, I don't know, let's do 4 inches by 4 inches. How's that? Nothing fancy. I just kind of want to show you how this works. So once I collect it, it's telling me that I have a 4-inch wide by 4-inch high canvas to draw on, and I have my resolution set for 300. All right, once I have it the way I want, I select OK. Now, if you look over here, these are my layers. This is what's big about a lot of these art programs is you can stack layer on top of layer, which is really helpful, especially when you're trying to hurry up and get some artwork done. And sometimes just erasing takes a lot longer than just applying a new layer and drawing something to fit on top of it. And you can actually transfer it down to another layer. Now, that's time for another video. But right here, here's my drawing layer. Here's my back paper layer. You always want to draw on one layer up. So here's my layer. I'll label it Sketches. And then I'll select what I want to draw with. And over here and Explore, there's so much stuff here. You got paint brushes, you got airbrush, pencil, you have your pen. There's a lot of stuff that you can use here. So I'll just go to my pencil, and then I'll start drawing, and I'll just kind of, I don't know, we'll do something really quick. So let's see what this looks like. I have no idea what this is going to look like, but we'll do a quick drawing here. All right, do here. What do you think? Just kind of a little angry. I don't know. Just kind of however you want to do it. Now, here's what I love about this. Oh, I made a mistake. Here's a shortcut for everybody. Control Z. Check it out. Gone. You have unlimited. Well, I won't say unlimited, but you have a lot of undos. Control Z is great. It gets rid of it. Then you're like, oh, I need it back. Well, let's go ahead and do Control Y. It brings the line back. It's a great thing. So I don't want that though. So Control Z. So this real quick, let me just sketch this out. Just some random stuff. I don't know. I don't want to be too long on this. Then I'll just clean it up when I get to the inking. All right. And then we just some kind of cool nose or something here. I don't know. There you go. Maybe an ear on this side here, and some crazy hair. And there we go. So there's my guy. Real quick and dirty. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I want to ink it. My sketch is done. I think it's cleaned up. I could probably work with this without going back over it. But if I did want to clean up, I would just add a new layer. I could take that, adjust the opacity, keep it on my pencils, and then I can actually clean it up. Oh, let me select layer. I clean up over it. See how I'm doing that? So that's a great thing. Control Z, because I'm not going to do that. And I don't want that layer. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start inking. And this is what this video is about. It's about inking in a vector. So I'll go to vector here. This is my new one, and I always label it ink. So usually I'll do background inks and I'll do character inks. Just helps me keep it separated, and it makes it pretty easy to do. So I'll just go character inks, or short for it, sinks. And then I will go to my sketches, adjust the opacity, and then I will start inking over it. All right. And this is, you can adjust however you like. And I'll do this real quick. Okay, that is way too small for me. So I will adjust my brush size. Let's see, here we go here. We'll go 20. All right. Go like this. And I had that too high, so I had to touch it up pretty quick here in a minute. All right, so there's a lot of tools on this. And this is what I kind of want to really dive into. All right, so here I'm just kind of really just doing it quick. But let's say I do this. All right, and I don't want to redraw or erase. And it's a quick thing. This tool right here, this correct line, I could come over here and I could grab this pinch and I could do this. And I can actually manipulate it. And sometimes it takes long, but I just needed just a quick bump. All right, and then now that I got that done, I'm like, well, I don't like the thickness of this line, so there's a couple of ways I could do that. Because it's a vector line, I can come up here and grab this. This is your operations tab. I could hit that, and I could select whatever line I want. If I think this line's too thick, I'll grab it. I'll come over here to my brush size, and I'll bring this down to about, we'll say 10, just for fun. All right, now I want this to be a little bit thicker, but just in here. So what I'll do is I'll come to this tool again that I've been on the correct line, and I'll go to adjust line width. I have mine set at 0.5 for the narrow and 1.0 for the thickness. I'll come right here, and I want it to be a little bit thicker here, and I'll just kind of where I want to do it. Check that out. This is just all in your vector line. I mean, it's absolutely crazy what you can do with all this. Now, let's say I need my neck to be perfect for whatever special reason. I come over here, and then I'll go to my figure tool, and I'm going to use the curve. All right, I'm going to bring this up, though. On this curve, it's really hard to mess up a line. I got to be honest. So I'll come down here, and once you start kind of getting used to how to use this, it's absolutely just unbelievable. All right, I don't know, tank top on them, just for giggles. Whoops. All right, now it looks pretty blah. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's set the brush size is 5.0. There's no thickness. There's no character. So how do you add character? You go to your adjust line, and then you can manipulate with the pinch tool or any of these up here. But this is where I really like to use adjust tool. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and I have a thickness set, and this is what you can do with this tool. You can really add a lot of character. All right. See how that's thickening it up? And then if there's some areas that I need to thin out, I go right here to the narrow, and I just do that. Thin it out where I want. And what's great, it's great too. So for example, let's say that I have my light source right here. All right, here's my light source going this way. So when you ink, you want your lines towards the light source. In my opinion, you can ink however you want. It's your world, and you just be creative. I like to have my lines thin towards the light source and thicker on the other side of it. So what I would do, if my light source was coming from here, I'd have my narrow set right here. And then I would start thinning this out right here. All right, and then I would actually really get going. Now, if I was in a hurry, I'd grab my operations tool here. I'd hit this line, then I would hit my shift button and hold it down and start hitting these. And then I could adjust my lines. Bring them down some. All right, now that's a little excessive, but you can see how it's lighter there. And if I need to, and now that I need to thicken up the other side, I just run over here. And let's say that is too thin. You know what? This is a great thing about this. Let me go ahead and just thicken it back up. And then I need to get the nose going here a little bit. There you go. Yeah, let me see. Let's go ahead and just finish this out. And there we go. A real-time, live, quick video. Kind of made this up. This got hair. I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of some of the tools that you can use when you're inking. It saves you a lot of time, especially when you become proficient at it. Practice, practice, practice. And as I always say, references, references, references. Thanks again for tuning in. You all have a blessed day. I'll see you next time.